It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got a beer from Pretty Decent Beer Co. London. It's a 440 milliliter can. This is a New England IPA called Power Mole. It's 5.8% ABV. I got my charger. I got my Ryobi charger. I got my own cordless round here somewhere. Oh, it's down there in my bag. But yeah, that looks like a DeWalt. As a carpenter myself, that picture there is modelled on a DeWalt. Beer is for everyone. Of course it is. And I hope one day my journey, the end of my journey as a beer reviewer, hopefully it's a long one, but my dream is to look back and maybe I helped a little bit. Maybe I've helped this much. But to look back and everybody's drinking great beer. I went and played snooker last night in my snooker club and everybody was complaining that nobody's in here, it's quiet, it's dead. And I told a couple of them why, but they didn't kind of get it. They didn't get it. There's a Wetherspoons across the road from where I played snooker last night. And they've got about 6 different real ales on, 7 different lagers, lots of wine, lots of choice. This club had Madry, Carling, Worthington Creamflow, some bang average wine, and you're wondering, where are you going to go? Literally crossing a road. Where are you going to go? Are you going to go to the place that serves you Madry and Carling and Strongbow dark fruits? I know Wetherspoons is not the greatest place in the world, but I'm using it as an example. Or would you cross the road to Wetherspoons where you can have 6 different real ales? There's always a choice. There's always something different. These people don't get it. Some of these people just do not get it. So my hope is that when I finally finish and retire, beer is for everyone. And all of these old working man's clubs, if they're still alive, if they're still around, they've embraced it. And they have different beers in every single week. Let's get this out into a glass and see what we get. I enjoyed my snooker match last night. I did quite well. I'm still not ready to film it. I'm getting there. I had a 17 break last night. It was a good 17 break. It was a hard 17. My highest break in a match is 21. I'm starting to feel the cue. I'm starting to feel the position, how the table runs and all these different things. It's taken me years. But now I'm consistently hitting a 21. Whereas before I was hitting a red in and going, "Ooh, I've hit a red in." Now I'm starting to hit 21. So one day I promise to film my progress in snooker. Maybe I'll film a match if the other party is happy for me to film a match. Maybe I'll live stream a match, put it on YouTube. One finger, white head. Good levels of carbonation in the glass. It's a hazy, straw-coloured beer. That's what we're going to call this. There might be sediment in the bottom of the can. We'll see that in a moment. But let's get the aroma. Oh, blimey. Tropical, juicy, lovely, citrusy, hoppy. Grapefruit, lemon, passion fruit, mango. Smells great. The beer is available from nearest beer shop. 5% off when you use the voucher code Stone the Crows. Free delivery over £60. Literally those beer fridges there on the picture are the actual beer fridges. Everything's cold stored. All of the beers, mostly cans, are served in fridges. Absolutely fantastic. If you can get the opportunity to order from them online, nearestbeershop.com, or if you're in the area of Bridgend, right by the railway station there. Fantastic place, check it out. I'm going to get in. Cheers, everybody. Yes, and that's pretty decent. That's what I want to be drinking when I'm playing snooker. That's what these working man's clubs need to work out. If they're going to survive, you probably got a local where you're nodding your head and you're going, if you're going to survive, you're going to be able, you're going to have to serve good beer. And I've just come up with a great idea in my head as I was talking about that. Maybe I can help my local establishments. Maybe I can say, hey, let's have a meeting with your locals, with your regulars. Let's see if they're willing. Let's ask the question. If we bring in some great beer, are you willing to try it? Are you willing to buy it? To save this place, to save these working man's clubs, to save these pubs that you can see they're hanging on by their fingernails. You can see it. And I'm not being nasty. I'm not, like, I'm just trying to help. Maybe I can arrange some kind of like, let's have a chat about this. Let's talk about this. Take some samples. Stuff like this. Because this is a great New England IPA. It's juicy, it's tropical, passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange flavours coming through. Great mouthfeel, great taste, good carbonation. Beautiful beer. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of bitterness on the back end. Maybe I can take some samples, stuff like this to working man's clubs. When we have the, you know, if we're able to have a meeting with the regulars and say, hey, let's try something different. Try something different to save the club. Stop people from going to Wetherspoons and get people to cross the road to your pub rather than off to Wetherspoons, which is generally a meal. It's like a sit-down McDonald's, isn't it? Have your meal, have your drink, off you go. There's no real community in Wetherspoons, is there? I suppose there might be. At 10 o'clock in the morning with, you know, a few of the locals might be seeing it as a community, but generally people see it as a sit-down McDonald's with a beer, don't they? Eat your food, off you go. The postman. Postman was like, funnily enough, the postman had just knocked the door with a parcel. He used to play snooker. He plays now just with his dad now, but he used to play in the league, the Barry and District Snooker League, like me. But he was looking for the window and he was like, what are you doing drinking at flipping 10:30 in the morning? I'm like, it's what I do. You know all them boxes you deliver me? It's beer. I'm like, it's what I do. And he was like, flipping heck. He said, you on it all day? I'm like, no, I'm not on it all day. I just drink different times of the day. So, what's the day? Thursday today. I probably won't drink now for the all evening. All afternoon, all evening. I won't touch it. I just drink different times. But people find it so unusual. People find it, they're like, oh my, you know, how come you haven't got greasy hair and big red, well, I'm starting to get the blush on my cheeks, but hey ho, it is what it is. The tragedies of life. But it's so unusual to people. especially Postman. He's probably been up at 6 o'clock in the morning delivering all his parcels and finishing his round, knocking my door, and he's like, "Blimey heck, there's a guy there." I was in school with him. I'm looking for the windows. There's my old mate from school drinking beer out of a posh glass first thing in the morning. Anyway, this is a great beer. I can't remember what I was talking about earlier on. I think it was about Wetherspoons and trying to get working men's clubs back alive again, but they're so ingrained in not changing. It's almost like they've consigned themselves to a future of non-existence, which is a real shame. Maybe I can try and change that. I've got an idea or two in my head. This pretty decent Power Malt New England IPA, 5.8% ABV, is pretty brilliant. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.